room. Again, that's the lowest floor away from windows. Right now, the National Weather Service saying that there's a tornado warning for northwestern Callahan County and east central Taylor County until 8:45. So for the next 20 minutes, I need you to be in that safe room. It's moving northeast at approximately 35 miles an hour. For the most part, things have been relatively calm in the big country today. This is the first tornado warning of the evening, and hopefully it'll be the last tornado warning of the evening. It's been a very active day across portions of the Concho Valley. Right now, it's expected to be near the community of Clyde by about 9:42 this evening. And it's over a very highly populated area. You can see it's impacting approximately 7,000 people across portions of Callahan and Taylor counties. And I've just been informed we are now on all the streaming platforms. So if you live in this tornado warning polygon, I want you to go into your safe room. That is the lowest floor. Put as many walls between the outside as possible. For those of you who are just now joining us, we are cutting in live in the big country due to a tornado warning. It's been a very active day across the Concho Valley. This is our first tornado warning in the big country though. And we have a tornado warning in effect for Potosi, for Baird, for portions of Callahan and portions of Taylor County, and it's in effect until 9:45 this evening. It's moving to the north-northeast at roughly 30-35 miles an hour. It looks like the strongest part of the thunderstorm is exiting Taylor County, moving into portions of Callahan County. I want to emphasize for folks in Taylor County, this does not include the city of Abilene. If you live in Abilene, you're likely seeing some small hail, some gusty winds, and some pretty heavy rainfall just moved over you in the key city of Abilene. Know that there is a severe thunderstorm warning. There is not an imminent tornado threat for the city of Abilene. We do have that tornado warning in effect though from Potosi, Clyde, Baird, northwestern portions of Callahan County. This does not look to impact the community of Cross Plains. That's in southwestern portions of Callahan County. We are seeing the fairly broad rotation over that thunderstorm in portions of Callahan County. The green represents wind going towards the radar. The red represents wind going away from the radar, and it looks like there's really broad rotation at this point. So that's some good news. It means the thunderstorm, while it's strong, it's not as strong as some of the other thunderstorms we have seen today across portions of the Concho Valley. Still though, Baird, Clyde, Potosi, Dudley, I want you to be in your safe room. Zoom in on some of these specific locations, seeing the strongest near Eula, near Highway 36 between Potosi and Dudley, near, we're talking eastern portions of Taylor County and western portions of Tom Green County. We also just had a severe thunderstorm warning for Coke, Erie, and Tom Green counties. And that's where most of the action's been today. It's been in the Concho Valley. And we're going to see another line of thunderstorms move through the area late tonight into very early Sunday morning. That's going to be kind of the last round of showers and thunderstorms before we at least see a couple of storm-free days across the Concho Valley and the big country. You see that flashing red polygon, that's the tornado warning in effect for Callahan County, for Taylor County. So folks, especially in Callahan County, I really want you to take this seriously. It's west of folks in Admiral, northwest folks of Admiral, and the highest tornado concern looks to be west of the community of Putnam. So Putnam, I still want you to be inside as there is still a powerful thunderstorm ongoing. Even if it's not necessarily producing a tornado at this point, it is still a powerful thunderstorm. It's the one tornado warning we're seeing across the Fox West Texas viewing area. We are starting to see a line of showers and thunderstorms move west of Ira Ann, west of McCamey, west of Crane, and that's eventually going to move westward and bring rain to portions of the Concho Valley and the big country. Imminent concern though for at least the next 15 minutes is that tornado warning for eastern Taylor County, east of the city of Abilene, really southeast of the city of Abilene, where that flashing red polygon is. Most powerful part of the thunderstorm looks to now be across portions of Callahan County. Still want you to be in your safe room. Potosi, southeast of Abilene and Taylor County, near Dudley, Elm, and it looks like the tornado warning is just outside of the community. It looks like it's just outside of the community of. It looks like it's just outside of the community of Elmdale. I do apologize. Receiving lots of notifications of different reports across the area. If there is a tornado ongoing, we likely won't see confirmation for at least a little bit of time. Apologies. So to back up, we have a line of strong to severe thunderstorms forming to the west of the Fox West Texas viewing area. And we've seen these showers and thunderstorms all across Tom Green County, all across portions of the Concho Valley. For the most part, things have been relatively quiet in the big country. Still though, the National Weather Service in San Angelo has issued a tornado warning for eastern portions of Callahan County and for western portions of Callahan County, eastern portions of Taylor County. That tornado warning's in effect for the next 15 minutes. It's it's exactly 9:30 p.m. Saturday, April 19th. Sorry folks, said February for a second. It's April 19th. We have a tornado warning in effect for eastern portions of Taylor County, for western portions of Callahan County. And it looks like the hook shape we were seeing on radar just a second ago, it's kind of dissipated. That's some good news. I still think that there is some tornado risk associated with that thunderstorm. We'll have to watch it very closely. It's in a populated portion, a densely populated portion of the Fox West Texas viewing area. It's just outside of the city of Abilene. It's near Potosi, Eula, Clyde, Baird, all included in that tornado warning. Putnam, you aren't included. You are included in a yellow severe thunderstorm polygon though. And I'm really keeping a close eye on this potential tornado. Callahan County, Taylor County. Taylor County, you are now in the all clear. The tornado warning has been ended for Taylor County. It still extends for portions of Callahan County. Places like Eula, Clyde, and Baird, it looks like it has been trimmed from the tornado warning. It looks like the strongest winds associated with the thunderstorm going to be to the west, and we're seeing reports of very heavy rain falling across the Concho Valley. Not overly concerned, since we are on streaming. I want to take a second to discuss the Concho Valley. Not overly concerned with those thunderstorms in the Concho Valley. Yeah, they're producing some heavy rain, but not concerned with a tornado threat with those thunderstorms. That's certainly some good news. We do still have the tornado warning in effect for Callahan County. It's impacting approximately almost 4,000 people being impacted by this potentially tornado-producing thunderstorm near Clyde, northeast of folks in Potosi. The strongest part of the thunderstorm has moved into Callahan County. Taylor County, you might be still seeing a little bit of some small hail, some heavy rainfall. Not overly concerned with the storms in Taylor County proper, and also seeing some pretty strong thunderstorms in Shackelford County, really close to the radar site. And even if the thunderstorm's not producing a tornado, I think it's very likely to be producing some really, really heavy rainfall and some gusty winds. This is a different look at some of the winds inside the thunderstorm, and we can see approximately how fast the winds are going. They're being not estimated to not be going incredibly fast at this point. It still is a powerful thunderstorm. We had a cold front move through the Key City last night into very early portions of Saturday morning, and we've seen kind of cooler air across it. And I think that should overall limit the threat associated with this thunderstorm in Callahan County. And obviously there is still a threat because that's why the tornado warning's in effect for the next 11 minutes. It's 9:34 right now. And to be honest, it's not an overly impressive radar scan at this point, and that's certainly some good news. I think I speak for all of us when I say we're about ready to be done with severe thunderstorm chances and maybe some small hail with it. The biggest hail right now is near Grape Creek for folks who are watching us on streaming. Some really let's go ahead and reset. We are doing continuous live stream coverage. We're doing continuous severe weather coverage due to a tornado warning in effect for portions of Callahan County. For those of you who are just now joining us, Taylor County currently not under a tornado warning. Most of the Fox West Texas not currently under tornado warning. We do still have a severe thunderstorm watch until 10 p.m. for portions of our area. We have a tornado warning in effect for northwestern portions of Callahan County, west of the community of Baird, included in that tornado warning until 9:45 tonight. It includes approximately 3,700 folks in Callahan County, so folks west of Baird, near Clyde. I really want you to be taking this seriously. Need you to be in that safe room. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. It's not a overly impressive thunderstorm on radar. It is impressive though, so you need to be taking it seriously. You need you to be in that safe room for at least the next 10 minutes. That's how long the tornado warning is in effect, and National Weather Service may decide to extend that warning by just a little bit. But right now it has the threat of producing quarter-sized hail and potentially a tornado. That is the main threat with this thunderstorm. And we have also just had a tornado warning issued for Tom Green County until 10 p.m. this evening. Desmond, if we can also cut into the KIDY. Desmond? All right, we are about to cut in to programming for KIDY. For folks who are watching us, it's north of San Angelo. Really need you to be taking this warning seriously. That tornado warning is in effect until 10 p.m. All right, I'm meteorologist Britton Musall. We're here for a tornado warning, 2 tornado warnings across the Fox West Texas viewing area. The first is just to the north of the city of San Angelo. You see that C shape in the radar. That is indicative of rotation ongoing with the thunderstorm. Close to the community of Grape Creek, it's a powerful thunderstorm. National Weather Service currently warning for Coke, Irion, and Tom Green counties a severe thunderstorm warning, and a tornado warning for Tom Green County for the next 23 minutes until 10 p.m. So folks near Grape Creek, I really want you to be taking this very seriously. It has the potential to produce a tornado and also golf ball sized hail. It's north of the community of San Angelo. Here's Highway 87. Here's the community of Orient. Here's the community of Harriet. Powerful rotation ongoing inside this thunderstorm. The red indicates winds going away from the radar. The green represents wind going towards the radar. So seeing rotation associated with that thunderstorm. It is moving northeast at 20 miles an hour, which will take it towards the, it's going to eventually take it towards the, the current track the thunderstorm is on is going to take the rotation towards the border with Coke County. So northern portions of Tom Green County, I need you to be in your safe room. That's the lowest floor away from windows. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. We also have a tornado warning ongoing in effect for portions of Callahan County near the community of Baird. That tornado warning is also in effect, and it's in effect until 9:45 this evening, so for the next 5 minutes. Thinking the National Weather Service may end up extending that warning because it's a little bit more impressive than it was looking just a couple of minutes ago. So once we start seeing these kind of lines of showers and thunderstorms moving across the area, you tend to get these kind of very messy tornado signatures. That's kind of what we're seeing right now. And with the messy tornado signatures, they tend to quickly cycle up and cycle down in intensity. You may not get a whole lot of warning with these sorts of tornado warnings. So if you know folks who live in the impacted areas, I want you to give them a phone call. Let them know that they have the potential of a tornado. That's what we're seeing right now near Clyde. You can see that hook shape on the southern side of the storm. If it's not producing a tornado at this point, it's producing some very strong winds. Seeing a little bit more of a well-defined hook associated with that thunderstorm. It's producing some very heavy rainfall. Thunderstorms producing really heavy rainfall. So if you're wanting to go outside and see the tornado in Callahan County, you won't be able to because the rain is really coming down. I need you to be in your safe room for at least the next 5 minutes. It's 9:40 p.m. right now. We'll see if the National Weather Service chooses to extend it. I could honestly see it going either way because you definitely have the strong winds associated with the thunderstorm. Whether or not it ends up holding together, it remains to be seen. I wouldn't be surprised if at least a brief tornado ends up being reported across portions of Callahan County. If you have reports of damage, first and foremost, don't report damage if it means you'll end up getting hurt yourself. That's obviously not good. Our number one priority is to keep you and your family safe. But once you're in a safe location, if you can pass along those reports, that is definitely helpful to myself. It's helpful to all the meteorologists across the Concho Valley and the Big Country. That tornado warning is in effect until 9:40. Also a tornado warning over places like Grape Creek. And if there is a tornado right now in Grape Creek in northern Tom Green County, know it's likely rain wrapped. You see the really heavy rain, and it looks like the National Weather Service has trimmed back the tornado warning for rural northern portions of Tom Green County. Grape Creek, you are no longer included in that tornado warning. Know that the winds are still powerful though. So if you know folks who kind of live between Highway 87 and Highway 208 in northern Tom Green County, give them a phone call. Let them know that there's a potential tornado ongoing across northern portions of Tom Green County. Help us all stay safe. Help us all stay informed, especially folks right now across northern portions of Tom Green County. I do apologize. Receiving reports from folks all across the Concho Valley and the Big Country. We do truly appreciate when you send us those reports because radar is a tool ultimately we as meteorologists use to understand the atmosphere, but it's not as good as eyes on the ground because when you're looking at radar data, this is sampling the middle portions of the atmosphere. It doesn't necessarily tell you what's going on at the ground. You, our audience, can help us in that way. So still some powerful winds ongoing with this thunderstorm in northern Tom Green County. Most of Tom Green County right now, most of the Concho Valley is relatively quiet. We have that small tornado warning polygon in effect for far northern portions of the viewing area. You can see it's kind of wrapped around, which is what typically happens when you have these clusters of thunderstorms. It's rain wrapped. It's really difficult to see. Desmond, can we briefly pull up the San Angelo Sky Tracker? And you can see there's nothing of note on San Angelo Sky Tracker. If we can come back to the green screen. Next 20 minutes, need you to be in that safe room though, northern Tom Green County. If you live west of Orient, west of Harriet, west of 277 between highways 208 and highways 87, need you to be in that safe room. The rotation's not looking as strong in Tom Green County as it was just a little bit ago. That's some good news. Similar story for you in Callahan County. The rotation's definitely there. I don't want to discount the fact that there's a line of thunderstorms. The southern end of that cluster of thunderstorms from Albany to Baird, that's where the potential tornadoes, where the potential tornadic signature is going on right now. Definitely some rotation, minimally some really powerful winds ongoing with that thunderstorm. Tornado warning is just about to expire here in a little bit, and with that, we'll be able to continue monitoring the situation, see if the National Weather Service ends up extending the tornado warning from Albany, Moran, seeing a severe thunderstorm warning. So even if it's not producing a tornado in Callahan County, it's still a powerful thunderstorm. It is still something you, at the very least, want to stay inside for. If you're not already in your safe place, though, in Callahan County, be there for at least just a little while longer until we see what happens with that tornado warning. It does look like the tornado warning has been allowed to expire for portions of Callahan County. And it's been replaced by a severe thunderstorm warning until 10:45 p.m. The latest information from the National Weather Service, when I give it to you directly from the Weather Service, it's until 10:45 p.m. It's located near US 283, right along the Callahan and Shackelford County lines, or 8 miles east of the community of Hamby, and it's moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. That's eventually going to make its way towards Breckenridge and Eastland and Stevens County. So the tornado warning has been allowed to expire. You see that little bulge near community of Albany. That's likely where the strongest winds inside the thunderstorm is. It looks like the tornado threat is over, at least at this point, for the big country. That is certainly some good news. Let's turn our attention to that thunderstorm over portions of Tom Green County. They've issued a severe thunderstorm warning, it looks like, for far northern Tom Green County. You see that flashing yellow polygon. It's north of St. Angelo towards Tennyson, Orient, Harriet. That severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 10 p.m. The tornado warning is in effect also until 10 p.m. And I really want to zoom in on exactly where it is. You see those bright green colors? That's indicative of strong winds inside the thunderstorm. Even if it's not tornadic at this moment, know that it's producing some wind, and gusty winds associated with thunderstorms in and of themselves can lead to damage. So near Sutton Road, near Mount Nebo Road, that's where we have the tornado warning in effect for the next 15 minutes or so. Seeing more tornado warnings pop up across portions of Texas and Oklahoma. Not for the Fox West Texas viewing area, though. For the Fox West Texas viewing area, currently have one tornado warning. It's for northern portions of Tom Green County. I want to reiterate, it does not include the community of San Angelo. It doesn't include Grape Creek. It includes very rural portions of northern Tom Green County. Still, people live out here, though, so we want to continue informing you about those potential weather impacts. National Weather Service has that in effect until 10 p.m. So 12 more minutes, that's how long I need you to stay in that safe room. It has the potential to produce up to golf ball size hail and wind gusts up to 70 miles an hour. It's moving northeast at 20 miles an hour. Going to give you a storm track of approximately where it's headed for the next little while. Zooming out a little bit. So just over the next 10-15 minutes, it is eventually going to make its way towards the Coke County line. Looking at the rain inside the thunderstorm, it's producing some really heavy rainfall. Our Bert St-Pierre was actually just texting me a photo while I was on the air. Bert St-Pierre texted me a photo of some really heavy rainfall falling across portions of St. Angelo, specifically southern portions of Tom Green County. There's currently no tornado threat for the city of St. Angelo. There's no tornado threat for Grape Creek. The tornado warning, I want to emphasize, is over northeastern, kind of north central portions of Tom Green County. It's really over kind of a limited area. And you can see where those bright greens are. That's my area of concern. And I'm going to be monitoring it for at least the next 10 minutes. Hopefully it'll be like that tornado warning we saw over portions of Callahan County. Weather Service will be able to expire it quickly. But typically with these types of thunderstorms, what you'll often see happen is you'll see an area of rotation. And for a radar scanner too, it'll look really impressive. It'll look very impressive, and then it'll quickly die out because it's a cluster of thunderstorms. It's really messy, and that's kind of been what the warning process has looked like today. It's been kind of messy because that's how the thunderstorms have been. We're in a really complicated severe weather setup, and that is unfortunately just the way it goes, and it makes the process a little difficult to understand. It makes the warning process difficult to understand, but that's unfortunately just the way it is with these types of thunderstorm setup. They're not super easy to warn. But with that said, we have a tornado warning still in effect. It's near Bald Eagle Creek, near Sutton Road. That's where the strongest winds are inside the thunderstorm. It is just after 9:50 on this Saturday night. If you live in northern portions of Tom Green County, here's the community of Grape Creek. Here's March Road. Here's the community of Orient and Highway 277. So that tornado warning polygon is east of Highway 277, and it's north of Highway 87, and it kind of clips northern portions of the community of Grape Creek. Want you to be in that safe room. If you're not currently in your safe room in northern portions of Tom Green County, you want to be on the lowest floor of your home. You want to put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's how you keep you and your family safe with a potential tornado. You can also watch us on all of our streaming platforms. We're, of course, over the air in San Angelo and Abilene, the surrounding communities. We're also on our Fox West Texas mobile app. That's a great way to receive weather alerts. You can also watch this. You can watch live continuous severe weather coverage, and we'll let you know whenever the threat passes. The threat hasn't passed for you quite yet in northern portions of Grape Creek, northern portions of Tom Green County, just to the south of the Tom Green-Coke County line, south of the community of Robert Lee, to the west of Highway 208 for the most part. A really small portion of Highway 208 included in that tornado warning polygon. And the warning's in effect for at least the next 10 minutes. And hopefully after that, we'll see it transition away from a tornado threat, since that's typically the highest impact associated with thunderstorms. I do think we'll continue to see a gusty wind and large hail threat overnight. Not to say that tornadoes are impossible going forward, but as we transition into nighttime, we cool off at night, and that makes it, thank you, sir. Got some coffee. Help stay awake late at night here in West Texas. Tornado warning in effect for portions of Tom Green County. It's northern portions of Tom Green County on the north side of the community of Grape Creek, north of the city of San Angelo. So San Angelo, you're not currently included in any of these warnings. You are seeing some really heavy rainfall falling with this thunderstorm, even though you're not under a tornado warning. We are seeing a little bit of some rain falling on the west side of the city of San Angelo, near Arden Road down towards Duncan. This part of the thunderstorm is not currently severe warned. You can see north of Loop 306 in the city of San Angelo. That is where the severe thunderstorm warning is. That's where the highest impacts are. For us in San Angelo, you're still likely going to see some showers and thunderstorms. And further out to the west, we're seeing a line of showers and thunderstorms move through. You can see south of Midland, east of Crane, near McCamey and Ira Ann. Lots of severe thunderstorm warnings in effect. This is entering into the Fox West Texas viewing area, and you can see all of Crockett County included in that severe thunderstorm warning. This is a cold front beginning to push through the Fox West Texas viewing area. And once that cold front moves through, we'll be done. Easter Sunday, much calmer conditions. We're going to be storm-free for your Easter Sunday. So for you folks at home watching this who have storm anxiety, some good news for you. Not expecting any severe weather for your Easter Sunday. We do still have that tornado warning in effect for northern portions of Tom Green County. It's in effect for the next 5 minutes. At this point, I think it's mostly transitioned towards more of a wind threat. You'll notice we're kind of on the backside of the thunderstorm at this point. On the backside of the thunderstorm, you can still see powerful winds. You typically think of winds with the thunderstorm on the front side. It's certainly possible, though, to see it on the backside. So north side of Grape Creek, west of Highway 208, even further west of places like Orient, southwest of Tennyson. Need you to continue to be in that safe place for the next 10 minutes. That's really the highest impact storm we're looking across the area. Seeing kind of a big cluster of showers and thunderstorms moving across the area. It's extending from northern Tom Green County just to the west of Abilene. It looks like there are no warnings right now in effect for the key city of Abilene. We are seeing that warning just to the east of Abilene, though, that previously was tornado warned. That's currently not tornado warned, though. The one warning we have in effect is going to expire here soon in the next 4 or 5 minutes, and we'll see if the National Weather Service chooses to extend that warning into portions of Coke County. At this point, I think it's unlikely. I don't think they're going to end up extending the tornado warning. A wise man once said, though, when it comes to thunderstorms, you always expect the unexpected, because Mother Nature likes to throw us curveballs, thankfully, and I laugh, but unfortunately it can lead to impactful weather, and we're staying on top of it here at Fox West Texas. That's why we're providing you continuous severe weather coverage across all our platforms, help keeping you and your family safe with that tornado warning. And we're seeing more tornado warnings get issued again. It looks like these tornado warnings are outside of our viewing area, closer towards the Dallas area, towards Weatherford, towards places like Denton and Collin County, the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I think overall our severe weather threat is on the downtrend in west central Texas. And obviously it's not impossible. We're still seeing several severe thunderstorm warnings. We still have the tornado warning officially in effect until 10 p.m. And really at this point it looks to be mostly a winds threat. Still though, next 3 minutes need you to be in that safe room. That is the advice whenever you have a tornado warning polygon, whenever you're under a tornado warning, is to go to the lowest floor of your building, away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. That's the advice for folks in northern Tom Green County. You want to be putting as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Miles and Orient also seeing a little bit of rotation. It doesn't look overly strong at this point. It looks like they just released another update from the National Weather Service. So it's a tornado warning in effect for Tom Green County until 10 p.m. It's northern portions of Tom Green County, and sometimes continuous severe weather coverage can feel repetitive, like you're repeating information a lot. The reason why we continue to repeat the information is because, frankly, people don't watch severe weather continuously. In other words, from the second severe weather coverage begins and ends, that they're not watching it the whole time. But they are tuning in periodically, so it's important to periodically remind people what exactly is going on. Tornado warning in effect until 10 p.m. for Tom Green County for radar indicated rotation. It's moving northeast at 20 miles an hour, and it is officially 9:58 this evening. As of now, I'm seeing reports of hail, but I'm not receiving any reports of tornado damage. That's certainly some encouraging news. Hopefully that is a trend that continues, because while hail is bad, I think we could all agree that hail is less impactful than tornadoes. And I'm seeing questions right now in the comments about El Dorado. We can take a quick look at the community of El Dorado. So right now, there are no storms in El Dorado. That's certainly some good news. I do think these thunderstorms back west towards Iran, eventually going to move eastward and impact El Dorado. Not overly concerned with the tornado threat. Typically, a line of thunderstorms, the highest threat is gusty winds as opposed to the tornado threat. So not to say it's a zero threat in El Dorado. Still, with any overnight thunderstorms, you want to make sure you have a way to receive warnings. That'll wake you up in case you need to wake up in the middle of the night and take protective action in case you need to go to the safest part of your house. And a great way to do that is through the Fox West Texas mobile app. Okay. The National Weather Service appears to have allowed that tornado warning to expire. Give a quick recap of what all has gone on. You see those tornado warnings over towards Dallas, not impacting our area. Clusters of showers and thunderstorms ongoing north of San Angelo towards Abilene, to the northeast of Abilene. Those are all going to track off to the east, northeast, and you're seeing another line of showers and thunderstorms develop from Crockett County westward. That's going to move through. Behind that, we are going to see some storm-free conditions for your Easter Sunday. Of course, I'm continuing to keep an eye on it. Before I send it back to regularly scheduled programming, I do just want to show you all of the watches we have in effect. Still have a severe thunderstorm watch for northern portions of our area, and then tornado watch from Eastland and Comanche counties northeastward. Overall, I think the threat is diminishing across the area. Of course, I'm continuing to keep a close eye on it for now. Back to regularly scheduled programming.